I've never heard of Caboolture before until I joined Positive Property.
8 months later, you've made over 200 grand.
I can't do that working, that's for sure. The buyer's agents were charging 15 to 20 grand per house. When I looked at what you guys were doing, where it's made a lot more sense. The circle of safety is amazing because you've got connections everywhere that you can reach out to.
There you go, Sarge. In 5 minutes, you made another 15 grand, but about a year. Sarjon Thomas and his family. Hey, Sarge, how are you?
Hey, George, I'm good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. What I'll do is I'll go through the case study and then I'll stop sharing and highlight you and I so we can talk about it. Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, they bought an investment property in Caboolture, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1 car, and they paid $535,900. 10% cash deposit, $53,590, set in October 2025 for $535,900. Current market value, $735,000. Current profit, just under $200,000. Nice.
Just while I've got you there, George, I just got the new price list for Caboolture. It's
Okay.
$749,900 up to $778,990. I just checked it then.
Okay. So go back. So 735, what is it now?
The cheapest one, $749,900. So
Okay, so
you're
750.
another 15 grand more.
Another 15 grand. See, there you go, Sarge. In 5 minutes, you made another 15 grand, but about a year. Adam, I love that you're on top of everything so well. Like, you're like, and you know what? It's hard because we do this, we put the numbers in, and then a week later, it's gone up again. It's like, okay, what do we use? You know what I mean? Okay, let's keep going. Yep, so 199,000 in 8 months, but actually it's more than that. It's over 200,000 in 8 months.
Yeah.
214,000. Okay, Sarge, welcome.
Thank you. How are you? How's the little one?
Good. Really well, really well. Thanks for asking.
That's good.
Sarge, where do you live? What do you do?
I live in Sydney, western suburb areas. I work for a water company. I look after their internal CRM systems, basically software, that kind of stuff.
Okay, lovely. How did you decide to get involved in property?
I was owner-occupied a few years ago, and I had a bit of equity in that house, but I could never take money out to try and buy property. Like, I couldn't service the loans back then.
Yep.
And then something happened in my life. I had to actually sell the house back in 2024. Had a bit of profit in that. So it was, okay, what do I do with this extra money? I started talking to some buyer's agents. Didn't really like what they were saying, how much they were charging, all that kind of stuff. And then you started popping up in my feeds everywhere. And I did a bit of research on George the Man, and here I am.
Excellent. Okay, so what made you decide to join us, not someone different? Why Positive Property? Why George Markoski?
Yeah, like I was saying, the buyer's agents were charging 15 to 20 grand per house to find me a house. I'm like, all right, if I get 5 houses, that's 60, 70,000 just going to them, which seemed like a big waste. And your costs were way lower than that. And the fact that you run these things every Thursday made me realize, okay, you actually care about your members. So I joined up.
Okay, yeah, awesome. I'm glad. And look, I suppose this is very unusual. My favorite night of the week is Thursday night. I get to meet our members and clients, and you and I are talking now, and we haven't met before until now. We're doing a little case study, and it's pretty exciting. But what's exciting also, we've got another 60 people on here that have joined the program. They get to see what you're doing, and maybe you saw someone else on the Thursday night, which gave you more confidence to go ahead, right? And I do a case study every week, so that's too many actors. I couldn't hire that many actors to come in and say they were clients, right?
No, I've heard some great stories over the past 2 years that I've been a member. It's been fantastic.
Yeah. So what was the hardest part about your journey investing in property?
Knowing what to do with it, knowing where to invest, how to invest. When I was trying to do it on my own, I was looking at high rental, low cost houses. And then when I looked at what you guys were doing, where it's, think about high growth first and then rental will come later, made a lot more sense. So it was just a matter of finding the right people to educate me, really. And this team's got a lot of education in it, so it's great.
Yeah, I suppose we do a little bit of education every Thursday and keep going, and you got your coaches and everyone else. How was the support team around you to help you go through the process of buying a property? Did that make it easier than you expected, or was it harder, or how did it work?
It's a breeze. Charmaine did the due diligence at the beginning, went through every detail, answered all the questions. Billy was always available for contract questions and all that kind of stuff. So it was actually quite easy to get through that whole process on the first property. Communication was great, always up to date with what was happening. If there was any delays in the build, I was very happy with the first build, first purchase.
Yep. So if you had to do it on your own and you didn't have our team and everything around you, do you think it'd be a lot more harder?
Yeah, because then you have to find your own brokers, your own kind of lawyers, your own people looking at contracts, and it's just the circle of safety is amazing because you've got connections everywhere that you can reach out to, and you've got your coach. You just send an email, pick up the phone, and you can answer questions straight away. It's great. To do it on your own, it's yeah, it gets hard, it gets confusing. You can get lost as well.
I guess doing it on your own, how do you know you've got the right property? That's the
Yeah,
one question.
that's the big one.
And
Yeah.
yep, how did you answer that question when you were buying the property through us? How did you know it was the right property compared to doing it yourself?
From your presentation at the beginning with why you chose it, around the sustainability, the area, all those kind of the facts that you guys put together, it makes sense. Whereas I would never have seen any of those. That whole presentation was what, 12, 15 slides with a whole bunch of information and why you guys have chose that area. So it was good.
Yeah, so I'd imagine if you tried to do that research on your own, that would take a long time, wouldn't it?
And it probably wouldn't be correct either. So
Yeah, but also, I mean, out of 15,000 suburbs, which one do you do the research on? That's the other question, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Caboolture before until I joined Positive Property. So
There you go.
it's
If you've never heard of
yeah.
the suburb, 8 months later, you've made over 200 grand. Tell me, how much did you pay for the property?
The Caboolture one.
Yeah.
So 53,000 deposit, 535, and now it's 200,000 equity, which I can use for the next one now. It's great.
Yep. And you made the 200,000. What period did you make it?
I settled in October last year. So what's that?
Yep.
8 months. I can't do that working, that's for sure. So
Excellent. So it looks like your future's looking very positive.
it's a great start, these 8 months. Like I said, I'm looking at refinancing now, getting equity out and moving on to my next property, which I've paid deposit for the land last year on that one.
Yep.
So just waiting for all that to get started again. And just, that whole rinse and repeat motto that you guys have is exactly what I'm doing.
Beautiful. Great. So you've used the equity and now you're getting into your next one, your second property already.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in the program for?
I joined in, I think it's been August 2024, so 2 years.
2 years. Okay, excellent. So 2 years and you got one property, made 200 grand and you got one more coming.
More coming, yes.
Fantastic.
It's going to start soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Just got a question. How would you sum up in a one sentence Positive Property?
Amazing company to get ahead.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Sarge, thank you. I really appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you on your journey. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.